What's good, guys? Today is Tuesday and this is basically the first move of the week. I took a trade I think 5 minutes ago on this candle. I took a trade when this candle closed and it took price just I think less than 3 minutes to stop me out on this move. And this is the history here. You can see I lost 1.5% on this account. Remember, last week I told you guys I'm going to step up my risks from 1% up until around 2%, but this trade I risked 1.5%. But this trade at the moment I'm in again on the same move, on the same setup, just the same setup, just that price stopped me out. But right now I got a better entry. Honestly speaking, I got a better entry, better stop loss for this second position. Anyway, I'm going to update you guys about this trade. I've already updated my Telegram channel about this trade. Let's see what the market can do. I hope this trade ends up hitting TP or it ends up being profitable for the day. I'm going to update you guys about this setup. If you look here on the trading view, this is the setup. This is a setup here. I took a trade here, price stopped me out, but right now for this particular setup, which is the new entry, my stop loss is above this structure, which I think is a better place or a better point for placing my stop loss. My previous stop loss was placed above this small structure here, which price went on to stop me out, and now it's turning in the same direction, so I got a re-entry. I'm going to update you guys about this trade. This is the, should I call it, second trade of the week. Anyway, let's see what the market can do. You can see the trade from the trading view. I'm going to update you guys about this trade setup. You guys know I trade good and NAS 100. What's good, guys? Today is Wednesday and I've taken the second trade of the week. I'm going to typically call this the second trade of the week. Then for yesterday, let me show you guys something. Let's make this custom period and year to year. Then for yesterday I lost overall $86. This is what I did. The first trade of the week I took a loss of $154. Then I took another position, which was this second one, on the same move. Price went on to hit my TP1, so I closed partials for the second trade. Then overall it came back to my break even, so I just made 0.6% for this second move. And overall it ended up closing, or let's say it helped me to cover up some of the few losses I had for this first trade, which is this one. Anyway, that's yesterday. Today I'm in on this trade. This is typically the second trade of the week because I'm going to call this the second move for this week. I'm going to update you guys about this trade. You can see the setup. My stop loss is placed below. If price comes to my stop loss, I'll be losing 1.5%, just like the first trade of yesterday. Also, the second trade I added position yesterday for the second move, so I'm going to be risking 1.5%. Let's see what this trade can do. I think I'll be trading only this setup for today. If this setup happens to hit stop loss, or if it proceeds to hit TP, that will be the only setup I'll be taking for today. I'm going to update you guys about this setup. You can see the setup from the trading view. Let me go to the 30 minutes time frame so you see clearly. Price is at the middle point from my entry. I hope this setup can play out, bro. From here it's not looking quite good, but if price can reject from this point, which is like a break and retest, then I think it might potentially push to the upside. You can see price is rejecting from this low, creating a higher low on the 4-hour time frame, while on 30 minutes time frame price swept this liquidity. This is a liquidity setup. Price swept this liquidity after breaking this high. Overall the setup was valid for me. If you look at it from the Meta 5, price is not looking quite good at the moment. I'm floating about $58 negative now. Let's see how this setup is going to play out. At the end of the day, you need to maintain your move and your position. You can definitely tell what the market can do. So guys, at the moment, look at where price is. Price came down, it retraced so deep, then it came back to my entry, went a little in profit, swept this liquidity, and now it's dropping. Swept this liquidity and now it's dropping. My stop loss is below. Typically down at the moment, $150. Overall for this risk, I added another position when price got to this point. I felt it was nice to add another position to make it some 2%. Remember, I told you guys I'll be risking 2% on every trade now on this Propfirm account. No need of wasting time. It's either we pass it quickly or we blow it. Now I decided to increase my risks. I've started getting losses. Damn, I've started getting losses. Anyway, the overall risk for this trade is around $190. I think accumulated together $190, because the second position I added, the risk is $50 plus the first one $140 something. I think overall it's around 190. Anyway, let's see what the market can do. It's rejecting at the moment. I'm going to update you guys about this trade. What's good, guys? Today is Friday and I've taken the last trade of the week on gold. The trade of Wednesday ended up hitting me out for stop loss. Damn, I lost. Let me go back and show you guys. So you can see the trade of Wednesday. I lost about $192 on Wednesday, which is this trade here. Remember, the first trade was taken on Tuesday. I lost the first one. I got a re-entry. Then I closed partials. Then the leftover trade went on to stop me out at break even. So it closed. So for the trade on Tuesday, it closed out some of the losses on the first trade. Anyway, this was the second trade of the week, which was on Wednesday. Officially the second trade of the week, which was taken on Wednesday. I lost the trade. I lost about $190 something. That's a bygone. Today I'm focusing on the trade for today. You can see I'm floating in profit already. One thing about this trade is this: if this trade hits full TP, I'm going to come out of this week either with 0.5% in profit, or I'm going to close break even. I don't really know. I'm going to update you guys about this trade because I'm risking about 1.5% on this trade. I think I was about to risk about 2%, which is around 1.9, because I tend to make it 1.9 or 1.8, but I made a miscalculation in my lot size, and overall for this trade I'll be risking 1.5%. Anyway, the risk is still decent, still falls around the risks I intended to start risking for this account. I'm going to update you guys about this trade. Damn, this trade is dropping. I think this trade might potentially be a nice one. Anytime a trade starts off like this, it tends to end up where I'm going to update you guys about this setup. So you can see the trade from the trading view. You can see this is the setup. Let me go to the 30 minutes time frame so you're going to see it. You can see it from the 30 minutes time frame. This is a liquidity setup. Price swept this liquidity above here, so it gave me an entry confirmation. I had to get in on the trade. You can see this was the trade on Tuesday, the second re-entry. The first one stopped me out. I got the re-entry. Why this was the trade on Wednesday. Yesterday, Thursday, I did not trade at all. Anyway, let's see how this trade setup is going to work out. Let's see the final outcome of this trade. I hope we come out strong for this week, and this trade is going to determine that. So guys, look at the trade that was looking good few minutes ago. Now I'm bleeding. I'm typically bleeding. This week has not been the best week. Like, it has been one of the most terrible week so far. Like, damn, it has been a very terrible week. Price is close to my stop loss again today. After being up in profit a little, it dropped a little and it's reversing. Damn. I think this is gonna be like the fourth losses in a row now. The fourth losses in a row, except that trade on Monday, which I got the re-entry. This is gonna officially be the fourth losses in a row. Trading is not easy, Jare. Damn. Damn. If price can reject there for a triple top, then I think it's a stop loss day. Walk away and come back next week, because I can't basically do anything. This is going to be the last trade of the week. I'm not taking any other trade after this trade. If it hits stop loss, I'm done. I'm typically done for the week. Anyway, I'm going to update you guys about the final outcome of this trade. I came to the window to record so I could get a brighter view, because my camera tends to be tripping lately. I hope this is a reversal. I just hope, from that triple top, which is rejecting on 5 minutes time frame. If that's a triple top, then I think maybe this is not a stop loss trade, but if it continues up, then this might potentially be a stop loss trade. I'm going to update you guys about this trade setup.
So guys, this trade again ended up hitting my stop loss. This is the fourth losses in a row, back to back to back to back. The crazy thing is this: the same trades I was taking last month that made me experience 5 wins in a row is the same type of trade I'm taking this week. Because remember, last 2 weeks I was experiencing winning streak of about, I think it lasted for like 4, then it stopped. After that, losing streak back to back to back. It means after the 4 winning streaks came the 4 losing streaks back to back to back again, just like the 4 winning streaks. But if you observe, my wins for my winning streaks could not even cover up my losses for my losing streaks, which is bad. When it comes to trading in general, this does not make sense. This is bad. But let me tell you the reason. This is the reason. If you guys could recall, my trading plan says close partials at TP1, which is 1:1. Why hold the rest for 1:2 or 1:4? At the beginning of this week, I said something like I'm going to increase my risks to 1:1.5 or 2% max. I said I don't want to be wasting time again in Propfirm. Like on this Propfirm account, I don't want to be wasting time again. I previously said something last week, even at the beginning of this week, that I don't want to be wasting too much time on Propfirm again. So I increased my risks to 1:1.5%. If I had been risking 1.5% and 2%, I promise you I'll be far up. The higher your risks, the higher your reward. So all those times I was experiencing winning streak last month, I'll be far up. But anyway, I'm done trading for this week. This week is a losing week and I'm going to live with the results. Think about this as a trader. What if you're going to trade for the next 5 years or for the next 10 years of your life? Think about the number of losing streaks you're going to experience. And if you can't deal with the losing streaks today, how are you going to have the ability to deal with the losing streaks of next 3 years, next 5 years and above? Just like if you can't deal with life challenges that you have now, how are you going to be able to deal with the life challenges that the future is going to throw to you? That's the same way. Anyway, how's your trading week? I asked you guys the same question. I hope you had an amazing week. For me, I had an unprofitable week and I'm going to live with the result. If you haven't yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, please don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. My name is MZ and what do I do on this channel? I document my trading journey and I also show the transparency of trading. If you look at my previous video, I've been transparent. I've been showing everything that concerns me when it comes to trading, and I hope you guys like this video too, and I'm going to catch you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend.